Republican House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has been making the rounds in media over the last few days, trying to essentially rewrite the history of what actually took place on January 6th, the day of the Capitol riot / insurrection by crazed Trump supporters. McCarthy, in the week following the January 6th events, came out and said Trump bears responsibility for this. He should have done more to control his supporters and to tell them to stand down and make them go home. That is what McCarthy had said a week after the event. And now he's having to go out there for some reason, don't know why, but he is, and he's appeared on multiple different outlets saying, oh yeah, totally, no, none of that actually happened. Trump is a totally good guy. All these reports, all the things I've said, yeah, whoa, I don't know where that came from. That's not true. Here he is on Fox News trying to rewrite what we all know actually happened on that day. Take a look.
In February, during the trial in the Senate, a Republican Congresswoman said this. I want to put it up on the screen. She said that while the January 6th riot was in full force, you phoned President Trump and asked him to call off his supporters. And according to you, she said, the president responded, well, Kevin, I guess these people are more upset about the election than you are. Is she right? Is that what President Trump said to you?
When I talked to President Trump I was the first person to contact him when the riots was going on. He didn't see it. What he ended the call was telling me he'll put something out to make sure to stop this. And that's what he did. He put a video out later.
Quite a lot later. And it was a pretty weak video. But I'm asking you specifically, did he say to you, I guess some people are more concerned about the election than you are?
No, listen, my conversations with the president are my conversations with the president. I engaged in the idea of making sure we could stop what was going on inside the Capitol at that moment in time. The president said he would help.
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump totally, he put out a statement. Of course, yeah, it was much later than it should have been. And of course, he was totally aware of all of it. And he was making sure that his people stood down after the whole thing had ended. And it's not like Trump's been out there saying, no, they were wonderful people. Oh, no, he has. In fact, he actually recently went as far as to say that his supporters weren't attacking anything, but they were actually, quote, hugging and kissing the police officers there in the Capitol. That's what this was. They were storming the Capitol to get some PDA going with those cops. Okay, McCarthy. Interesting theory, except we all know the truth. And I love how he points out in the clip, my conversation with Trump are between me and Trump. No, this is kind of bigger than that. Okay, it's very important that we know exactly what was discussed. And I'm assuming if what you're saying now had actually happened, you wouldn't be nope, those conversations were private. We all know what happened, and you're a pretty horrible liar. And you're a pathetic individual, by the way, for walking back your original comments. Again, I don't know why you're doing this. You're pretending that Donald Trump has power, and you're acting as if he has power, but the only power he has is the power that you're pretending to give him. Y'all are wild, man, with this. It's absolutely idiotic and pathetic, but so is Kevin McCarthy. In a different interview with the New York Times, Kevin McCarthy wrote off Trump's anger with him as a result of his initial comments after the Capitol. This is what McCarthy had to say. He said, he goes up and down with his anger. He's mad at everybody one day. He's mad at me one day. So, yeah. That's how he wrote that off. He has accused McCarthy, as we know in that clip, of not caring about overturning the election. He's called him weak, just like he's attacked McConnell. And McCarthy is such a spineless little wuss that he is now out there saying, he's a passionate guy. He's fire, man. You never know. One day he's mad at me. The next day he loves me. Who knows? What you're describing there is somebody with very severe anger issues. Okay, this isn't a good thing you're describing, he just blows his top all the time and says and does things that he doesn't mean, but he always comes back and says, oh, baby, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Because that's what it's starting to sound like with the Republican Party. They have this compulsion to just go back to him and believe him every time he says he's sorry and that it's not going to happen again. No, McCarthy, it's going to happen again. You have no reason to kiss up to this guy. He has no power. Okay, new reports have been coming out showing that his influence doesn't actually exist. His presence in the everyday lives of American people has once again reached his pre-political levels, meaning people aren't searching for him on Google. He's not appearing as much on cable news. Nobody cares about him, and yet you are still trying to rewrite the history of January 6th to appease this political loser. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why.